Have you heard of the backdoor game? My daughter was having a sleepover for her 13th birthday and had invited about half of her classmates. It was roughly 10:30 p.m. and the girls had finally settled down in the living room. They were watching horror films on scattered blankets, divoots, and pillows. At 22, I woke up to most narrowing chords of screams. I ran downstairs within a microsecond. All the girls were clustered next to each other in the far corner, terrified, cowered in their blankets. What the hell is going on? Nobody spoke. They all just looked at me, generally scared. I slid across the floor on my knee to my daughter and gently shook her as she stared into nothing. Sweetheart, what happened? What's going on? Mom, I'm so sorry. We should have never done it. It was supposed to be a game. What? What's just supposed to be a game? But before she could answer, we jumped from the sudden loud knocking coming from the back door, and the room fell completely silent. Apart from the knocking, and we all stopped breathing. Knock, knock, knock. Who's that? I asked the room, confused. Nobody answered, and I was just starting to get very frustrated. Someone best tell me what this game is that you've been playing, or so help me. Every game has rules. The girl in the corner spoke, almost purposely slow and quiet, but the least one of them finally answered. Her young and mild-toned voice added an even creepier feeling to the room, as I was not expecting. A cold shiver spread over me as I listened, and a burst in her information. The backdoor game has 6 rules. 1. Has precisely midnight. Dial 36 36 36 from any phone. 2. Wait on the line for 36 seconds, and a clicking sound will start. 3. Hang up the phone and wait another 36 seconds, after which the phone will ring. 4. Answer the phone and count how many ticks you hear. Once the clicks have stopped, hang up the phone and head to the back door. I swear the kid's voice was getting even creepier and scarier. The more and the more she spoke, my mind skipped over the idea of what could still be all one big joke in the attempt to get me jumped or something. But that look in their eye is something so awful you could not fake it. 5. Knock on the back door the amount of times you heard the clicks. And 6. Wait for him to respond. This is where I have to interject. Whoa. Him? Who's him? And what do you mean by respond? He responds by knocking back. I swear the girl smiled. And when you open the door and let him in, knock, knock, knock. I slowly crept to the back window. From there, if anyone were in the garden or the back door, I would be able to see them clearly. I wished open the curtains and abundant looked outside from where I'm looking. I'm not scared of you. Expression and nothing. There was nothing. No one at the door. No one was in the garden. Nothing. My heart began to slow. I leaned in closer to the glass to inspect the outside better. I got closer and closer, my breathing creating concentration on the glass. I squinted my eyes as if to zoom in the garden, then knock. My body flew backwards to the floor with a hard and painful thud. Knock. What? How can there be knocking? There was no one there. Knock. Fuck. All the children were now screaming hysterically, but the haunting knock was still somehow much louder. Knock. One girl started screaming, "Let it in!" I did a backward crab and scrambled on my hands and heeled towards the kids. "Let it in." No, shut up. Just freaking shut up. I didn't mean to swear at her. We were in a terrible situation, but she wasn't exactly helping. My mind raced back to all the movies I watched and screamed at them to just run in the house. I looked at my daughter. "Get all the children standing in my living room. Get them out." I scrambled to my feet and quickly ushered everyone out the front door, while everyone stood in our night gear in the middle of the crude Dale Street. I called all the girls' parents and demanded them to pick them up now. And I also called the police, not thinking ahead of how ridiculous and crazy my story will come across to them, but explained what happened nonetheless. And yeah, they thought it was crazy. It turned out that when they checked with the other girls, none of them had any recollection of even being at the sleepover. Over the course of the next 5 days, my daughter went blind. She would later tell me that all of the other girls slowly went blind too. The doctors put the mysterious blindness down to parasites, and the police shrugged off my story and put it down to lack of sleep and stress. I haven't told anyone else about this, afraid of being called crazy again, I guess, but let me tell you this. I have not yet opened my back door. I hear clicking whenever I use my phone, any phone, and it starts to engrave in my mind. I hear it over and over and over. Click, 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 click. I received a handwritten note every day by the same 3 words written in the back: "Let him in." No matter how fast I am at retrieving the note and opening my front door, there's nobody ever there. And every night, no matter where I am, I hear the dreadful and haunting knock. Okay, comment time. Buy a new house. Open the back door during the day when you leave, since you haven't heard the knocking in the daytime, and when night falls, he can enter and you'll be gone. Just leave the door open 24/7, and then hell will be in everything. I'd be fine. And this is OP's response to the other main comment that I just read. So you're saying open the door? Is this what you would do in this situation? This is the main comment response. Yeah, maybe it will stop bothering you if you open it. OP. But just what would I be letting in? I think I might try calling the number instead. This is the main commenter's response to OP. The people who let it in lived to tell the instructions, so you probably will be fine. OP. You make a point, my friend. Honestly, I'm terrified. This is a main commenter, a different main commenter. I'd recommend starting with some really good sanitaria. This is a response to that. They probably don't have sanitaria. This is another main comment. No one asks, but are the girls still blind? There's no response to that one, so here's another main comment. Have you accepted Lord Chuyaha into your life? I guess that's a God or something. Or we are here about your extended warranty. And this is another main comment. If the girls can't remember they went to the sleepover, why do they think they all went blind? And that would be a really shitty situation. And this is another main comment, but OP does respond to this one, so yeah. I confess, I have not heard of this game. Perhaps you should ask your mom, though. OP. That's very interesting.